Eddie. Hello. Welcome back to some Minecraft. So if you checked out the last episode, we built the bee enclosure. And looking at it right now, I have tried to get rid of the vines on this tree multiple times. Without success. Keep seeing more. No vines, please. You grow everywhere. As I was saying before I interrupted myself. Yeah, we built most of this in the last episode there. It was a lot of footage. So I hope you enjoyed it, or skimmed through it, or however you processed it, or didn't process it, or consumed it, or didn't consume it. I've since done a little bit more work, just kind of on the surrounding area. I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. Basically replaced all the grass with kind of this mud. I left the beaches. Trying to get rid of all the torches. I added in some foliage to the outer of the building, as well as some honey. I don't really know. I'll probably keep tweaking it. But so far I'm kind of happy with it. Liking the swampy idea. Still figuring out how to execute it. Kind of creating some rules. So like this block violates one of my rules. I feel like the rooted mud would hold the mud, where if it doesn't, it should be lower. So this stuff can be higher than this, but this shouldn't be higher. So this should be at least right there. And same with this. So wherever there's mud, it should be retained by the root system. Otherwise, it should lay kind of level. So this area I still need to go through. I decided to leave some stone in because I feel like it fits in with the palette, where the green kind of looks weird. So I'm not too fond of that transition, so I'm trying to keep it all separate. Pathway helps serve for that. And yeah. As for the inside, it's mostly complete. I did have some problems with bees getting up into the wiring. I think I've resolved it. Just have to be careful, I think, where I put these honey blocks, because they're not, I think, full collision blocks that maybe the bee can actually spawn in the block and go through it. I'm not sure what's happening exactly. So this area back here is for our villagers to be. Currently it doesn't lead anywhere. But these weird structures that I didn't really finish, because I don't really know what to do quite yet, they're going to be little houses for these villagers. So there's going to be 2 villagers. This one's going to be for the one who takes care of the garden, the vegetable garden. This one is going to just be stuck in here, unfortunately. And the other villager will come and drop off carrots to it, but the carrots will get picked up by this hopper, and for now we'll end up in that chest. But we might revise that. So to be careful not to let the bees out. But yeah, so there'll be a couple little buildings, I guess. Just not quite sure how to do it yet, so I haven't. Here's my workstation. I'm trying to stay organized. I did have to go farm some more mangrove logs, as well as the shroom lights using that farm over there. So everything's set up. It's working. What I've done here, I kind of showed it in the video silently. I don't know how that came across, or if it did. The idea is this is the main collecting, but once it overflows, if it gets to this hopper, all like backed up all the way to here, it's going to unlock the hopper underneath, and it's going to allow things to flow into this overload chest. And we could add more chests below this one if we need to, so it's kind of like most of the time it'll be here, but if we neglect the farm, then we have some precautions in place. I created this little tunnel that kind of joins the 2, maintenance areas. And the other side's a mirror image of the other one. And this could be for additional storage, Mostly it's just so I don't have to run around the building. I can just run through the building. Otherwise, I think we'll call this build complete for now. I'll probably keep tweaking it and changing things. I just need to let it sink in for a little while, let it sit, see how I feel about it. We do have a couple villagers over here. I put them in a boat. So these will be our villagers that will head over there. This one has a profession, but has not been traded with. So we should be able to change his profession, I think. If not, we'll have to grab another one. My sheep farm is working. And it's quite full. Now, I had a great idea. It turned out to not be a great idea. I added in these dispensers in the middle, and I put in these detector rails. And then I put in some shears. And my thought was, when this hopper cart goes around, it will activate these detector rails, triggering the dispenser, and then potentially some more sheep will get sheared. However, a hopper minecart will remove the shears from the dispenser as it travels under it. So that did not work. It just instantly removed all the shears, and I haven't removed them yet, but I shall. So it is working. I do need to empty the chest because, oops, because as soon as this is full, it no longer allows the minecart to be released, so any wool that's being sheared right now won't get picked up. Which is evident right there. Let me clean that up. There we go. Should be good to run for a little while. Now the next step may be to hook that up to a sorter so that they just automatically get sorted into individual chests. And to remove those dispensers. In between episodes, I tend to go around the village and do random things. Hello, sheep! I put up our banner, which we made a long, long time ago. This is our city banner. So I put one on all the little places. Also replicated the door. This was done, but this one was just blank. So I like the look of that one, so I replicated it over there. I kind of feel like we are the caretaker of this village. At least that's my role, the player. And my idea for the village is to, as we were talking about underground, if we could excavate a lot of the underground, it's kind of like there's a village up above, and down below is kind of this industrial area, like the secret underground of the city. Eventually I'd like to have access underground to everywhere so we could just kind of pop up. Been experimenting with changing some things as I have new blocks that I didn't have when I originally built these. I don't like that, so I'll probably convert it back to that. Or I might try dark oak. I'm not sure yet. I don't want to rebuild everything. In order to farm some more shroom lights, I needed to gather some more of the mushrooms. So I temporarily converted this from a flower farm into whatever you call it farm. And since we weren't actually collecting any daisies, I just reset up these filters. So now they collect the fungus and the roots. And everything else just gets converted. The only other thing it might produce is some twisted vines. And probably the red variety. No, the red come from below, I think. These we can replicate quite quickly with bone meal, I do believe, so we won't bother adding them to the sorter. And speaking of underground connections, eventually I'd like to create like a hole in this wall that will lead into those underground connections. So the idea is we kind of have like maintenance tunnels everywhere. We can mole our way around the city or the village. Also trying to clean up a little bit. This place was a mess. Some water spilt, so I relaid the carpet. I also changed all the torches for candles, which I kind of like. Especially down in this area. They give a nice little moody area. So I like that. So I'll continue to do little things like that as I see them. We've got a little bit of a problem down here. Whoops. Who put that there? I used to have golems in here to take care of this problem, but they've all since perished, and I have not replaced them. They won't mess up the mob cap, but they might decrease our performance and frame rates, so I'm going to go in there and take care of them all. This may be my demise. We're fine. All right, one down, 2 to go. Oh, Lord. Hi, didn't see you. Help! Alright, we'll just tank all the damage. We're fine. Stop moving so fast. Uh-oh, I've run out of pearls. I did not plan this very well. The idea might end up looking a bit more like this, but kind of everywhere. We'll get these tunnels dug out, get it less blocked in, look less boxy and more just kind of like a cavern. It'll go out a lot more that way, and yeah, and we'll be able to go lower. Oops. I would like to have lots of these little kind of almost like secret passages all the way around, but we'll clean them up. So I added one in here to the potion, just where this hole in the wall used to be. I just added some pistons so that we can kind of sneak in. And it was also because this villager was in here. They found their way back in the water. Good job. And I blocked this up because they were just hanging out there and wanting to get into the wiring. So we might move you, or you can live here. I also made it so these doors shut at nighttime, which means we're locked into the library. We can't leave. I mean, I could just break the door. I have a pick. Oop. Hello, Nether Bee. The other thing I did was add on this little thing to the end, and you can kind of see it working, where it dispenses ender pearls. So I got rid of, I made like a trash can. So underneath all these are the hoppers. And now if we kill these guys off and render them, all the ender pearls should get picked up. And the way I've got this array of hoppers is the first line goes to the back, the second line goes to the front, and the bottom line also goes to the front, which means it will prioritize going this way. So it'll first fill up the shulker boxes. If these bottom row hoppers are full, then it will push this way and fill up the chest. But if that is full, it should stay in the front, the top ones, and push its way to this back row. Now the exception is this back row will always go out to the trash. I did create these filters so that in case we throw our weapon, accidentally hit Q or something, they won't get jettisoned into the void. But yeah, so if I just replicate this being full, we can see it filtering down here. And yeah. So I got 2 of them. So I think I can keep up. Helps clean it up at least. Flawless. I might actually like dark oak better than the spruce. I think we had spruce. I think we had dark oak when we built it. Maybe not, though. But I also wanted to see stripped, because I really like dark oak stripped. Where spruce stripped, I'm not too sure about. I am liking it. It's hard to say, though, without doing the whole thing. Let me know what you think. I think I am favoring it. Which means I need to go around and change it all. I won't change that. That can stay. But the posts, maybe. Okay. Next up, I'd like to go visit an old farm. And we shall bring some ice and some soul sand, maybe some wood. Guess we have to make some stuff. Good old spruce. Okay. I shall take you with me. We'll try to do like little mini tours of the village every now and then. Like, I'll show you around because it has been a while. So that's east to our no longer working ice farm. That goes to the north, or sorry, that's west. Northwest to the Enderman farm. To the south goes, if we just jump in right here to this broken portal, it'll bring us to a place where we used to convert our zombies into villagers. I can't remember if I showed this in an episode yet, or recently, or if it was on stream. There are a few villagers here we could potentially send into the sewers. But what I would like to do is everywhere there's these water streams, I would like to change for bubble elevators, as I don't think it'll work anymore with the current changes to zombies. Owie. Let me up. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. So we're going to try. Like, I don't think this will work. Oh, hello. I wasn't expecting company. Yeah, they don't swim up. Thank you for demoing. But they do get in there. So it seems like it kind of works. But I'm not sure how much of it needs to be changed. But what we're going to try to do is put a bubble column here. Which I guess that means I need to take away all these signs and replace it with water. Will that be step one? Sure. Let's try that. What's happening here? Okay, water up there. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know the best way of doing this either. Oops, silk touch. No, no, no. Don't do that. This is not the best way, for the record. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, that should be all of it. Should be able to test this by success. Maybe we'll change how this all works. Okay. And maybe we could just do this. And we might need to add... What if we... I'm not very good at... I know the water's changed since I last played, or really got into it. Think how quickly it pushes mobs diminishes for the last part. Like it pushes them a bit. It pushes them more at the beginning. Oh, why is that happening? Oh, there's a dead spot right here. Bubble all the way. What's happening? Maybe I'm one more? I see bubbles now. How am I able to fight this? Or is there a maximum height for bubble Vators? Anyway, let's assume everything is fine. So if I do that, and do another sign there? No. There. Then we could do another water here. That'll bring him the rest of the way. And then a sign there. A torch here. And I don't know if we need that anymore. That's just to slow their fall. Well, it's ready for a test. Okay. Now if it works, we should see zombies. Now my hope is it does convert them before they get here. My hopes are let down. And there's only one, which isn't a great sign of success. Comes more. Ah! Excuse me. I was not ready for that. How did you even do that? Can't fit through there. Where'd you come from? Clever. Maybe through that opening up there? Then fell down? I'm going to let it run for a little bit and see what happens. I mean, what we could do is add water here, and they will convert. That's not where I wanted to put it. Nope. Nope. Success. So I'm just kind of wondering if we could use this as a copper farm, like just a little tiny one, as well as do these zombies. Can you get nautilus shells from them? Or do you have to get them from the ones that are holding them? Well, I kind of want to go down there to see if it's working. But it seems to be working, though. We won't use this anymore. This we used to divert, to convert the villagers, but we'll no longer get zombie villagers out of this farm. So that's no longer useful. Should try to get up there. So used to having jump boost. I just expect it. Maybe we get rid of that water. Ah, they've converted. They can just hang out. Now we don't actually want to fall down there because there's a lot of them down there. Yeah, let's not go that way. Alright, it does make copper. I suspect it won't make nautilus shells, but I'm not sure. Let's give it another go. Okay, so I do need to have the water in their face, I think, for them to convert. Since they're just standing in it, that won't work. So I lowered the water thinking that might be better, but now I have to put it back up there. That's the same spot, I think. Perfect. There we go. At least some of them. So my hope is if they travel through as a zombie, the water might be able to push them. Once they become a drowned, I think they can just fight it. And right now we're at entity criming, so we don't want that. Oh, but those ones are like dancing on top of it. Yeah, I don't know. Hard to repurpose it. Yeah, like they're... Sink! Come on down! Could put magma, but then they would die, I assume. We put a magma block here. A little bit of copper. Picked up my blocks that I dropped. Thank you for bringing them back to me. So I'm not sure how viable this is. Hi. Let's follow these ones up. So that works. We are a zombie. I'm currently not pressing any direction or touching anything other than my mouse. Oh, the zombies are already gone. And then we will take our shortcut out. We won't do the final drop, or that will kill us. Excuse me. And then a matter of whether I can get nautilus shells this way or not. So far, it's looking like not. But I'll wait around a little bit, do some testing, and I'll see you back at the village. Didn't manage to get any nautilus shells. So I'm going to assume you can't get them from a spawner. I think they need to spawn with them in their hand, but I don't know for sure. Let me know if you do. Aha! So I let this fill to see if this will actually work. Ooh, it hasn't backed up yet, though. Starting to. So it hasn't yet triggered the overflow. I shall leave it until it does. So we still need to get some villagers in here. Maybe take care of that next episode, or one of the next episodes to come. I've also been breeding up the bees. I don't know how many we have, but I'll just keep breeding them until I notice that some of them can't find a bee hive to go into. Otherwise, we shall say farewell for today. Thanks for hanging out, for stopping by, and we'll see you in the next one. Where's the off button?